Hey, pop rockers, Paul with you tonight. Hey, I've got Nussy with me today, and when I got the brief about Nussy, the first thing I saw was Melbourne DJ, and I thought, oh, here's someone that I can talk to because I used to be a DJ many years ago, but never in Melbourne. How are you, Nussy?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime, the pleasure's all ours. We love to speak to heaps as many artists as we can get down to and speak to as many as we can. So, what have you been up to?
Releasing new music. It's great. I haven't released anything in so long that it just, yeah, it's
Yep.
like almost seems surreal having new music out.
Yep. So that's Down to Earth, the new track. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yep. So I believe you actually did you put that together before COVID?
Yeah. So I actually went into the studio to start writing it
Yep.
pre-COVID. And then in Melbourne, we went into kind of the first lockdown period
Yep.
where we weren't allowed to have, more than one person in a working space. So
Yep.
I couldn't go back to kind of finish it off. I'd laid down all the original kind of vocals and things like that. But then there was kind of this period where we couldn't do anything.
Yep.
And then we had like a tiny little period in 2020 where we opened up and I went back into the studio with Jack, who produced the track. And we sat there for like an entire day, mixed the whole track. And then COVID put us
Yep.
back into lockdown again. So it was kind of this song that I had been sitting on. I'd played it at a few live shows, in the times where we'd kind of been in and out of lockdowns. And
Yep.
then I thought, I've got it sitting here and I'm itching to get it out. I really want to put it out. And so 2022, here we are.
Yep. Yeah, it takes a while. People don't realise how long Melbourne was in lockdown for. It was quite.
It was a really long time.
How did you go being a creative person in lockdown? Did you lose your mind?
Yeah, a little bit. I wasn't working very much as well, so I had a lot of spare time.
Yep.
And people kind of were saying to me like, oh, you've got all this time to focus on your music. You're not like distracted by work or anything like that. And I was like, yeah, but kind of
Yeah.
when you're in that I don't know, when you're so confined and you're not having life experience and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't really breed creativity either.
No.
So
No.
yeah, like I wasn't kind of inspired to write anything. I was kind of just, we plodded along for a while
Yeah.
down, but
Okay. Now
we're out
from
now. We're all free. It's great.
yeah, until wave number 73 comes through and we lock down again.
It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not even, no.
Yeah. Hey, the inspiration and the song. How did you create the song? What was going through your mind at the stage? Tell us about the creative process of creating Down to Earth.
Yeah, cool. So I went into the studio with Jack Aaron.
Yep.
And I had done a couple of tracks with him before. So I think this was our second or third track that we did
Yep.
together. So I already knew that I enjoyed working with him. You can hear my dog running around in the
Yep.
background. Um, yeah, I already knew that I really enjoyed working with him, that we really clicked
Yep.
really well. And yeah, this one kind of came super naturally. It was like I went in with a bunch of references and kind of said, oh, I want to make something like this. And then we kind of started working on the track together. And then, the lyrics kind of came really easily to me. It was kind of something that came in like one day. I basically kind of just sat there and went, I think, which I don't know, it was like a precursor to the whole lockdown experience, really.
Yep.
It was a time where I kind of felt a little bit disconnected from, like life in general. Like I was trying to kind of search for like something that I, wanted to hit, I guess. I don't know. It sounds a bit vague, but yeah.
Did you have any other musical inspirations, like other artists that you tried to tune into?
Yeah, a lot of kind of like early 2000s house music.
Yeah.
As a DJ, I I'd kind of started DJing when I was really young, and then kind of stepped away from it a little bit to focus on band work. I
Yeah.
studied music at uni, and that was, very kind of like band and vocals
Yeah.
focused. So I stepped away from it a little bit. And then when I kind of came back to it in the last, I don't know, probably doesn't seem that soon and like now, but
Yeah.
in the last like 10 years, kind of more and more I was DJing, and I thought, I'm playing live shows. Like, why would I not write some music that I can play in my own DJ sets as
Yeah.
well? That it just kind of it seemed like a really natural progression for me. So yeah, I was playing a lot of kind of like early to mid 2000s
Yeah.
kind of house music at the time. And that was where a lot of, I think, my influence came from, like
Yeah.
a lot of those kind of house tracks with the female vocals over the top.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Because I was actually listening to it. I've listened to it a few times, especially today, and I took some notes. And one of them was that there was a. Don't take this the wrong way, because it's a compliment. Is that I picked up your vocal work was very similar to Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh yeah.
Not on her Emotion album, but the one that she released Party for One on. It was like it had the vocal work. It was like really seductive type of yeah. It was a good, easy to listen to vocal range. It was I just picked up what Carly Rae Jepsen. That's what I was asking before. Did you have any anyone that you took inspiration from? Because
yeah, probably vocally. It's actually really funny. I've never actually been likened to her as a
yeah.
singer, and that's actually.
Not,
I mean, you said
I don't mean in the pop sense, not in the pop sense. You know, you get her pop music like Call Me Maybe and things like that.
Yeah.
But when you listen to some of her other ballads and other songs,
yeah, she's a really good singer. I like when you said don't take offense. I was like, oh, is he going to say?
Yeah.
No, but she's a great singer. In cover bands, I've sung like a couple of her songs before, and they're hard. They're like, she's a good singer.
Yeah, because I was trying to there was that sound of. I was trying to actually pinpoint it because I thought, is this like a Kylie Minogue sounding? But it wasn't quite Kylie, but
she's a big influence of mine.
Yeah, because it's like I'm not trying to say that you sound like everyone else, because the track itself has got its merits to stand on its own.
Influence from a lot of places. It's part of being an artist.
Because that's another question that I wanted to mention or bring up, points I had was like we spoke to Zoe Badwi just recently.
Yeah.
And she's just released a new song. Like, she's been around for years and years and years, and she's doing all the nightclub stuff. But she's her song come out and hit number 6 on the club charts.
Yeah, awesome.
And that's why when you say you're in the clubs and you've got your music, are you getting your songs into the club charts? Are they being picked up or?
So 2 releases ago in 2020 I released Sahara, which was kind of my track that I wanted to put out, and then COVID hit and I went, well, it's in the works, so let's just do it and see what happens. And that charted quite well on the club charts actually over in Germany, which was like mind-blowing to me because
You've worked over in Europe though, haven't you, as a DJ and things?
I played a festival, Live at Heart, in Sweden in 2019, and I connected with that northern part of Europe so much. Like I went, this is somewhere I have to go back to. And when I started getting a little bit of traction in Germany, I was like, let's do this. Let's go there. And then the world had other plans.
Yeah, it stopped a lot of players, didn't it? But,
I know. Yeah. So it's still definitely somewhere that I would love to go and play some shows in Germany. I've had friends who have played there, and like they said, the club scene there is just like second to none.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been out clubbing in a long time, but I know when I was DJing that we used to try get the atmosphere going and having dance music, and now just everything seems to be drying up, especially over here in WA. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping that things pick up. I know the live act for bands and things are picking up, but not maybe the club scene. But no, we'll get there. So, are you still DJing now? Obviously, I think you've answered that question a couple of times, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, still DJing. So yeah, kind of between DJing and live shows.
yeah,
It's been pretty busy.
because I read in your bio somewhere that you took a step away from DJing to do band work. Is that right?
Yeah, so kind of I think it was probably like when I went to study, it was
Yeah.
because
Any
there was
bands that we know of?
oh no, probably.
No.
I was mainly kind of doing covers, a lot of cover stuff,
Yeah.
and just like, you know, honing my chops that way.
Yeah.
And then kind of doing my own stuff. But like when I first started doing the Nussy thing, I started with a 5-piece band.
Yeah.
So it's definitely evolved over the years. Now my live show is me with my DJ decks and a microphone and like a sample pad. So it's definitely gone through a few forms. But I think it suits the music that I'm writing now as well. So
That's good because in December you're doing a show with another friend of ours,
yes,
Royal Drew.
Yeah.
Oh, she's amazing.
Love her stuff.
Yeah, yep. So are you looking forward to that?
So looking forward to it. I actually have not played a live show since last year.
Yep.
So I'm itching to play that show. It's
when you get there, tell her we said hello.
Yeah, I will.
So because when I actually saw it, where did I see? I saw it somewhere that you had a show with Royal Drew, and I'm like, I've got to speak to you both and compare notes.
It was funny actually because a friend of mine who I still play cover shows with occasionally said to me, I've got this show coming up at the Nightcat with this artist. I think you'll really like her. And I said, when is it? I'm playing at the Nightcat in December. Yeah. And he said, it's on the 10th of December. And I said, I'm playing that show. Are you playing with Royal Drew? And he said, yeah, I'm playing in her band. And I was like, I am the support act.
Wicked.
And we didn't realize. So I thought, and he actually used to play in my band back in the day. So when the Nussy thing first kind of started, he came over to Canada with me and played shows.
Yeah.
Like we've traveled quite a lot. So I was like, maybe I'll get the band back together for a song.
Yeah.
See what happens.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Hey, but no, I was like, when I saw Royal Drew, I was like, it's gonna be a good show, is it?
Yeah.
You'll have to get someone and record it for us and send it over to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got any new music coming in the works?
Yes. So when I did Down to Earth, I had a bunch of tracks. I've got this giant backlog of tracks that I just am itching to get out.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
it's so exciting. And the fact, I think because I hadn't put anything out for a while, you kind of get a little bit complacent and you kind of go, it is nerve-wracking putting music out. It's like part of your soul kind of, it sounds really dramatic, but it is. It's it's something like so close to you that, you're then putting out for other people to kind of judge. And I don't know, if there's something that I have learned as I've gotten older, it's like, well, you know what, like I'm really proud of this work and I've put the work into it and I have put the time into it. I'm proud of it. I really just want it to see the light of day. I think it would be really sad to just have it sit on a hard drive somewhere and,
I'm just shuffling the cards to get the questions out ready because this is my favourite part.
I'm nervous about the cards.
Everyone says that, but don't be nervous. No. So with your music, are you getting it pressed on vinyl?
No, I would really love to. I would really, really love to. I have you can't see it, but I have a stack of vinyl that over in the corner over there that I took from my dad. Because he was like, I don't want this anymore. It's
It
an
was a
old
fortune.
He goes, it's an old form of technology. It just skips the quality, the sound quality is not that good. Like it's just so much, but digital's so much better. And he used to be a DJ.
Yeah.
So, he's like, oh, no, no, no. And I'm like, no, Dad, it's like, you've got to keep this stuff. And he was like, no, I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. You can have it. And I was like, I will definitely take that.
I can't believe it. Your dad used to be a DJ. You followed in his footsteps. My
Yeah.
kids, if I said I'm a DJ, you're going to do a DJ. That's like, you're weird, Dad.
No, he loves to say to me, he's like, oh, you all have like all this new technology these days. We just had to do everything with our ears. And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's showing your age.
Yeah. What was the last pic? Oh, sorry. Question number 1. The last pic you took on your phone.
Oh,
What was it?
I don't know. Now I've got to check. I hope it's nothing embarrassing. Oh, it's a picture of do you want me to show you? It's a picture of my dog.
Oh, yeah.
So I leave the TV on for him when he goes out. And I came home and he was watching I don't know what it's called, but like on the TV, and they have like all the government, like Parliament.
Oh,
he was watching that.
Question time.
Yeah, he was watching that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Other than your genre of music, what is your next favorite?
Oh gosh, that's so hard. Okay, I would say my genre is probably like pop dance.
Yeah.
Sort of. So I can't say pop. Probably like R&B, soul.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm a bit weird because I was getting into some screamo some time back. It was like I don't know where it come from or where it went, but your all-time
There's a place
favorite.
and a time for everything.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's your all-time favorite movie?
Oh, my all-time favorite movie. That is so hard. Okay, Almost Famous.
Almost Famous. Yep.
Yeah,
Knock Knock.
Who's there?
Good. Apple or Android?
Oh, Apple.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, this one you got to fill in the gap. I lost my something at the cinema.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have to explain this, but I lost my drink at the cinema. But I have to explain this. I went to see, that A Quiet Place movie.
Yep.
So it's a very quiet movie, and there's a cinema near our house that has. You can bring in your glass of wine, and I ordered a double feature. So it was like a very large wine because I said, well, I don't want to go out midway through the movie to get another wine. And 2 minutes into this very, very quiet movie, I knocked over the glass, and it was a glass, and it made a very large noise, and the movie theater was so quiet that you could actually hear it like rolling down each step. And like everybody just turned around and was like, who was that? And I was like,
yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Who is your celebrity crush?
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. Okay. Yeah. First concert you went to? He's single again now, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
He just broke up with first concert you went to?
First concert I went to, when I was actually born, first concert I went to was Phil Collins. My parents took me, I was 6 or 7. But my mum went to Eurythmics when I was actually in her womb. So she likes to claim that she's like, oh, I took you there, and that has instilled your love of music.
But what was the first one you went to under your own free will?
Under my own free will. Oh my gosh, I actually don't remember. My parents used to take me to concerts all the time when I was younger. Probably the first thing that I really, really wanted to go to, I reckon maybe John Mayer, and I would have been like 15 or 16 years old. And I was getting really annoyed the whole time because like everyone was just squealing, and I was like, I can't hear him play.
And final question, what was the first album you bought?
First album I bought was the Spice Girls, the very first album,
Spice.
Spice. Yep, I was, I think, 8 or 9, and yeah, I bought it. I was allowed to go after my piano lesson. I was allowed to go to JB Hi-Fi and buy an album, and that's what I chose.
CD or
CD.
Yeah,
CD.
yeah. It's just in that era where it's changing from mixtapes to
Yeah. You could still buy CD singles. I have so many CD singles that are just, it's like they've actually got these really cool remixes and stuff on there though. That's like, you can't find them online.
Yeah, I've got out the back of the garage. I've got tubs and tubs of CDs.
Yeah.
Just occasionally I'll go out there and I'll find one and that'll be it. Put it on.
But nothing has a CD player anymore. Like my laptop doesn't have a CD player. My car doesn't have a CD player. It's like I don't know how to listen to these anymore.
Yeah, you have to go and download them. Thank God for Napster.
That's how I originally learned to DJ. I learned with CDs, and I now know what my dad was talking about when he was like, "Oh, the vinyl skips," is because like when you just throw CDs in a backpack, because you're like trying to get out of the club at like 3 a.m. or something, and you're like, "I just want to go home to bed."
Yep, know that feeling.
The next time, they're not that great because they're all scratched. This is constantly like reburning CDs. Yeah.
I actually was DJing in a club one night, and what we did, one of the other guys that I was DJing with, it was his turn to come on and play his set, but he was too busy talking to people and he didn't prep up his set. And I played my last song and I said to him, "Man, your tracks, you're about to kick off. Put your music in there." And he's going, "I've got nothing ready. Give me something." So I threw him a disc. So just whack it in, and the club's pumping. The club's full on.
Yeah.
There's 2,000 people in this club at the time, and it's packed as, it's rocking. Everyone's having a great time. He gets in there. He's doing his stuff. He's standing in front of the desk. He didn't even bother reading the CD. Straight in the CD player in the old Denon. Queued up his song, and it was such a slow song. It was Backstreet Boys. I Want It That Way, really slow version. Oh,
great song. Great song, but probably not in the middle of in the middle of a dance set.
Oh no, he was the only one in the DJ box when it came on because we all just scattered, and he was left there to recover on his own. So, like I always say, you got to prep.
100%, you got to prep.
Yep. So, all right. Well, it's getting on. So, thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
No, that's great. We're trying to get as many people to talk about new music and new artists and get the word out. So
love it.
Yeah, you got to let us know how you get on with Royal Drew because
100%.
Yeah. So
we'll
that'll
definitely be posting things on socials and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Too easy. Well, thank you once again, and we'll catch up with you really soon.
Awesome. Thanks heaps.
Thanks.
Breathe, breathe, baby, breathe. Put my mind at ease. Touch my soul and bring me peace. Make my body heave. I'll make you grit your teeth. Under your spell, I'll learn my creed. Way behind my eyes, it starts with all the gun. I'm on my marker. In the dark, don't know how to come down to earth. But I give into the rhythm of my heart, trying to steer this winding path. And in the depths, I always feel you. breathe, breathe, baby, breathe. Put my mind at ease. Touch my soul and bring me peace.